Folks, hello and welcome to Tavern Chat. I'm your host, Eric Tenkari, bartender in the OSR. So I put up a video yesterday where I was commenting on a video that was shared by a source that I can now say that I know who they are. I trust my source. I have validated my source. They are a solid source. Um, and I trust the information I'm being given is accurate. But there was commentary going on that that's a Google Drive, and why you're hiding the top part of the page. And listen, don't look at me. I'm not the expert on this shit. But that's going to be addressed in this video. If you saw yesterday's video, a lot of this is going to be a recap. Some of it go a little bit deeper. This video was put out as a text video, so I will be reading the text out loud and making some additional commentary. So, without further ado, already the Lanasa mob comes out claiming the video is fake. Why is TSR not in the upper right-hand corner? I saw that commentary on the YouTube side. The video is cropped so the account that is accessing it is not shown. That's wise. You would not want to be identified. You might get shit or something worse sent to your house. Been there. However, here is proof. Here is more info. Call me a liar. I will double down. I will release more info, more screenshots. Justin, do you want to call all this lies? The louder you yell lies, the louder your followers try to discredit me. The more I will post, the faster the data dump will come. And I saw some comment, by the way, that, wow, this is like an expedited trip to Tenkar's toilet. Zoom! So, yeah. Bypass the toilet, go right to Justin's head. So, we have a screenshot here of the Constellus website. It's an information request. We did not operate under the name Blackwater, have no operation under that name. To clarify your question, we are not an organization that one can simply join. We also can confirm that no one with the name Just Lanasa has ever worked for us or with us or any of our partner organizations. So this is addressing the part where, and if you've ever met Justin, I have not, thankfully, but I've met many people who have met Justin. He always claims that he's a member of Blackwater lifetime membership. He's got a federal license for fully automatic weapons, federal carry permit that will cover him in all 50 states and U.S. territories. The federal government does not issue carry permits for handguns. They don't do that. But in any case, Constellus. We go back to this. Were you in Blackwater? No, you were not. So why lie? Why lie is a question because there's a lot of that stuff going on with Justin. I was an ex-federal law enforcement officer. I've got federal friends. I'm going to call my friends in the FBI, the federal marshals, yada, yada, yada. Why lie? I can make guesses, but they are not even called that anymore. You would have known that if you were part of the organization. You would have known they changed the name. So, this is interesting. You lie about Ernie and Duck being only volunteers. I believe this is from N-World. And I believe the N-World is quoting a PR.net posting. Jeff Leeson is our Chief Operation Officer. Ernest Gary Gygos Jr. is our Executive Vice President. Wow. Unpaid titles, I'm guessing? You proudly posted this last year on all of your TSR social media because it was important. That was the legitimacy, right? These two names made TSR legitimate, potentially. Didn't happen. Not the legitimacy part never happened. You know? You lie now like you always lie, and Ernie supports your lies. And sadly, Ernie does. And why does Ernie support these lies? Dungeon Hobby Shop Museum. Ernie's dream, throw everything and everyone else under the bus if necessary to keep that dream alive. So now we're going to get to a part that I'm going to say may trigger. And if you want to, you might want to, skip ahead. This is the Dave Johnson section of the video. You partner with a racist. You say these are lies also. This is all from Dave Johnson's Twitter account. Racist. I really, really, I have no words discussing anti-Semitism, anti-gay, transphobic. There. Now, happy Dave. Dave, you're now famous, Dave. That's because Dave. This is Dave claiming he has a PhD in his profile here. I am not famous anymore. Well, now you are, Dave. Solanasa, why are you in partnership with a known and proud supporter of Nazi ideals who is an open racist bigot and an anti-Semite who thinks the Nazis had it right? Why are you making game content that is racist? You always have the same response. You scream lies, but it is not lies. You have said to me and others that you love negative press as it gets your website views and sales. It might get some views. Mind you, I don't think it gets sales. No one lies about you. You simply have wronged and stabbed so many people in the back. They are fed up. And by the way, those sales, we have a fairly good authority that Dungeon Crawl and Cult of Abaddon have not been shipping. So if you paid for that and you have not received it, even though they've been selling it in store and they've been selling it at street fairs and conventions to third parties, if you paid for the stuff, we're going to be going on 6 months now, you should be checking with your credit card company or PayPal and find out how to get your monies back. My suggestion, you should look into that because these weren't billed as pre-orders of, we'll ship that. We got the pictures that they were shipping, but we've seen false pictures from nuTSR in the past. Decent men cannot stand by you while you do this. Act this way. Partner with people like Dave. This is why you are seeing this. All right, so now, this is important. If you look at the screen, and I'm pointing at the screen like you can see me pointing at it, but in any case, I'm pointing at the screen. TSR Hobbies is the owner. This is your server or your Google Drive or whatever it is. I don't know the proper terminology. No, Justin, this is indeed your server. Okay. Why do you think I clicked on it in the video several times? I know you would scream fake. It's Photoshop. It's Photoshop. You can Photoshop anything. It's Photoshop. So now our source goes in, opens up various folders to prove that they had the access. No, and by the way, nobody's gonna put this shit together to fake out Justin. Justin does a great job fucking himself over. Nobody needs to add material for it or do a big fake out. Justin is his own worst enemy. TSR Hobbies is the owner. You can see it on screen right now. Some screenshot. Now listen. I will admit that I screenshot many conversations that go on Facebook. There's certain ones you kind of know aren't going to be kept. Somebody's going to wise up, so I screenshot it. I can't fault Justin for doing that. I don't know if I certainly don't put things in files as well as I should, but hey, I gotta say, Justin's organized. So here is the hater file. And I am going to go through this because I am pausing it. I'm going to go through the whole thing real quick. Luke Gygax, payroll, Wizards of the Coast. Spread rumors of him giving wife crabs to everyone. Also use ghosts, can't spell, accounts to show lawsuit he is involved in. Send info to his army retirement and CID. Woke garbage. Tenkar, Eric Tenkar. Vlogger ex-cop piece of shit. He's afraid of his info being released. Tom Veralt, tabletop tap room. Scumbag liar. Not sure how to handle need his employer. Tim Kask, old part of TSR, has been do not trust in pocket of Luke Gygax. Meg the Sorceress. Maybe offensive to some people, many people, offensive to me. Tranny piece of shit. Spreads woke garbage and all over. Derek Dijkstra, Wenger Satanic. Fake ally. Look into his past with him trying to do suicide by cop. Use against him. Gamer on Games. That Gamers on Games. This is actually, I found this entertaining. Ten Carp wannabe woke big time. Jason Elliott, fake TSR. Tried to steal TSR logo. How could he? Jason Elliott was the prior owner of the TSR trademark. So how is he stealing the trade? Whatever. He is poor, so he would be scared of legal action. Kim Winson from Australia. I think actually it's New Zealand, but I'm surprised that Justin could even get the proper side of the world. POS woke garbage. Shadazar. Ghost account for Luke maybe. Woke and SJW trash. Wonderlord 42, another ghost fake account of someone, maybe Deinhardt. Heidi Gygax, do not trust. Woke. Cinder Shadow, traitor to TSR, trusted him. Woke. Stephen Deinhardt, be fake to him. He is really trash. Ernie providing tons of intel on him in his game business. Michael K. Hovermail. Woke. Do not trust. Lies and works to destroy TSR, possibly Chad's revenge. Logan Hovermail. Tranny woke garbage, son of Michael K. Hovermail. Scott Griffin. Ex-cop. Maybe Chad's revenge. Mad over TSR taking Dungeon Hobby Shop Museum. Ernie warns he is not to be trusted. Don Samar, do not trust. Really woke. Used for design skills, but possibly in bed with the rat and 10 cart. Jeff Leeson. Fire once done with paperwork. Woke garbage. Do not trust. Possibly Chad's revenge. All right. Well, let's go back to the video, because that list is, yeah, no one but you made this. There you go. You get to own it, Justin. I'm sure you do. For information, Discord chats validate this list. Shall I release those chats also? I would love to see it. I suspect we're gonna see it, honestly. And then it's gonna be like, there's a Photoshop. There's a Photoshop. You are mad as you are being held accountable for once. Yeah. That really is what it is. Star Frontier's new Genesis folder shows the access. Yeah, and nobody is, trust me, faking this shit. So, this is your own workshop idea. Just Lanasa workshop. Star Frontiers. Well, he can't even spell Star Frontiers. No, it's 2 words, dude. And yes, it's going to go back to section or race number 4. We've seen this. You saw this when I had the PDF out. It's the use of the Negro race. Because, Justin is Justin. And Johnson is Johnson. So let's see if I am now lying. So we got to scroll through of the PDF. Again, I don't know why we have Ernie's damn thing in there again. And this scroll will stop at the races, because the races are racist. What a surprise. Now, I've had people ask me, who do you think wrote this? I think the vast majority of this is Dave Johnson. I think Jocelyn Asa put his name on it for a writing credit and had some ideas. But I'm Not sure. Listen, I can certainly see the comments of the races coming from either source. How's that? Who's more likely? Based upon their tendency to write material, I would say Dave Johnson. We don't really see Justin Lanasa with any kind of writing ability. Not that I'm saying Dave has writing ability, but what little he has is jumps, leaps, and bounds above what Justin has. And that's not saying a lot. So now you see, I am not lying. And they highlight a couple of the races in question, including Nordic. You can delete it now, but you will never call me a liar again. I will not have you or your minions call me a liar. You can now edit that vile game. I hope you do, so people of color cannot see it and be hurt yet again. Ernie Gygax may not care about your partnering with a person who posts hate speech on Twitter. Ernie may not care about your racist additions to this game. Ernie may not care about your targeting his brother and sister. But there are those of us who do care. And here's the thing. For Ernie to look at a list where Justin has Ernie's brother Luke as the number one and says, hey, let's start these rumors, and hey, let's take his pension. And Ernie goes, what? Yeah, okay, that sounds good, Justin. Or is it like, if you don't tell me, then I can pretend that I don't know. I don't know what it is. So, back to the scroll. Ernie Gygax, shame on you. Shame on you for turning your back on your father's legacy for this man. For an address you can game in. And that's what it comes down to. Ernie, his dream is the Dungeon Hobby Shop Museum. Be and all. So that's what it comes down to. Jeff Leeson, why will you stick with these people? Lanasa tells people who will be firing you soon. He mocks your mental health struggles to others. You both should be ashamed of what you support. Lanasa is not ashamed. Wow. So yeah, that is it. So I know there's going to be the extreme is going to go, well, it could still have been fake. Somebody could have put together these folders and this art and the fake layout and this whole document. I mean, they could have spent hundreds of man hours doing this. When it comes to a civil case, just so folks understand, a civil case is preponderance of the evidence. So you give me 50.1% of the evidence, in theory, we should find in your favor. Okay. Criminal courts are not like that. Criminal courts are beyond a reasonable doubt. And what is that phrase? Beyond a reasonable doubt. It means that it's not like there's like no doubt, right? It could be like, the evidence shows that individual A shot and killed individual B. Well, it could have also been a random shooter on a rooftop taking target practice, and his bullet might have struck the. So maybe it really wasn't A's bullet. It is theoretically possible. Not in that reasonable belief. No reasonable person would believe that. After seeing these videos, I would suspect that few, if any, reasonable people will believe that they are faked. I can't speak for everybody. I'm sure there are true believers. They're entitled to their opinions, their thoughts. Folks, this is an extra bonus video. I'm putting this out there to make sure this stuff gets wings. Other than that, tonight, 8 p.m., there is a live stream on this channel. Random generated party. Bunch of literally, we don't know who's going to show up besides me and Joe the lawyer, but we always have a good time. Other than that, folks, we're still in the midst of the world of COVID. Use your common sense. Be safe. Be well. God bless. Roll those dice and roll them well. And I will see you all tonight.